I think that's big, bro. I also believe that the fact that you decided to take this stand might mean something, bro. Like, to really separate your sound from what everything else sounds like. Now you could get your voice heard. You already have your platform, and this time you're like super ready, bro. Like, these people gotta expect to hear something new, bro.
And I think too, like, I think just like music is great. Like, you can have great music, but if you don't know how to promote and market and brand, then I think you're lost.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've learned very quickly is, like, in music, you gotta look at the ends of everything that you need to have. And if you don't have a good publicist, if you don't have a good business manager, if you don't have a good social media manager, if you don't have all these things in place, you're doing everything. And any business that's functioned where every aspect of that business is ran by one person is going to fail. Mm-hmm. You have to find the people who are strong where you're weak. Mm-hmm. So what I've been doing is just building up what I think is going to be the team when I release the publicists for the press releases and the interviews and things like that. You know, the show manager, this kind of stuff. And I'm trying to set it all up now, so when it comes up, I'm not going back and trying to figure shit out. You know, I'm laying it all out clearly. Like, this is where I'm going to put this money into promo. These is where the videos are going. World Star, Shade Room, Say Cheese, wherever it's got to go. Mm-hmm. This is how I'm following up with those records. Thinking logically, what record comes first, what record comes second, like, and thinking it's like a business. Like,
so what artists are you working with on this project?
So, I've got, you know what, I actually fucking wrote this down the other day because I was on an interview, and I was like, you know, if I don't say one of their names and they watch it, they gonna be pissed off, dog. So, Busta Free, Briscoe, Deslock, Dreadzo, Gold Rush, Gunplay, Case 100, Lyric Hill, Meek Gucci, Papa Duck, Raw Boy, Swayze Styles, Tierra Trinice, TK Magic, and I'm working on a record right now with McCleasy and a few other artists that are out there right now that are pretty hot. So,
okay, so these are all the artists that you're working with currently?
Those are all the ones that are on that Urban now. But I'm working all the time. I'm working with new artists. Like, I just keep reaching out. Now I'm trying to reach out to the younger artists. It's harder to work with them because they don't understand how to do shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'll say, hey, meet me at the studio at 6 o'clock, and then they'll call me at 7, like, can we meet up tomorrow? I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Yeah. You know, but that's youngins. They're not there on business shit, so it's hard to work with them, but those are really the ones who are popping in the urban industry. Right. The young artists from Broward, there's like 10 from Broward that I recently researched, and I was like, holy shit, they're huge. Yeah. Like, when I found out about FCG HEEM, I was like, damn, how the fuck have I not known about this dude? Like, he's got tons of records out, and he's dope. I think there's a dude named, is it TEEJA3k or 3K TJ from Pompano? I think he just got signed to Atlantic. There's a lot of talented artists just from, like, the Broward area, you know? And
Broward about to run shit, y'all don't even know.
It's crazy, man. There's a lot of talent from Broward. But I try to reach out to the younger artists. I try to hit everybody before they blow. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's like, all I can do is reach out to you and offer you tracks, sing you tracks. After that, I'm not going to drag you here, you know? I'll text you 4 or 5 times to stay on your ass, but I ain't, beyond that, if I got to do more than that, you know, I don't want to force it to give you a hit record.
Right. Meet him halfway, man, but for me, he's going to welcome y'all with open arms, bro, if y'all serious about his music, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, DJ Chippy hit me up, like, 2 months ago. I seen he was putting together an album. I said, hey, send me a beat. I'll knock a hook out for you. He came here, I knocked the hook out in like 15 minutes, and he got a dope record out of it with another artist. Like, I'm just easy to work with, easy accessible. Like, when I come into the music, it takes me 15, 20 minutes to write a whole song. Like, artists will come here, they'll have the beat for fucking 2 weeks and come in here and then write. I'm like, how have you had this for 2 weeks and you writing on my time? Like, write on your time and then come here and let's make a hit. You know?
That's crazy, dog. So, like, bro, what's your process when it comes to writing?
Any song I make, so everything comes together the same way. Like, I start with a loop. I'll always start with like a guitar loop. I used to play pay guitar players for sessions. That shit got old real quick because it got expensive and they couldn't really knock out exactly how I wanted. I had to set up the miking. All that shit wasn't worth it for me. So now there's something called Splice where you got royalty-free loops. So I find the guitar loops generally, or I'll play the keys and get a melody. If within like 2 minutes tops, I can't start writing right there, I just scrap that shit. So if it don't trigger me to write, I just stop. And usually, like, it comes. Like, so that's every record I make from this point on, that's where I'm at. I'm just scrapping it if I can't write to it. because I know if I'm not writing to it, then most people are not going to write to it.
Really?
Because I write way faster than everybody else. Like, I can write to pretty much anything in 15 minutes, like a whole song.
What's the most songs you made in one day?
I think 9. I think I did with an artist named Calico. He came down here. He was about to get a deal, and he had 3 songs that were real hot. They liked, and we made a whole like album in a night.
Right.
I mixed them, mastered them. It was fucking crazy. And it was he and I just had like this, like we just got how to record it. He just knew how I recorded. I didn't even have to tell him next track would be like done. Next track he would record. You know, we were just that in tune. So I don't know, on my own, I've made probably like 15 beats in a day. You know, something like that, fully mixed, mastered. Like it's not hard, man. Once you get in the rhythm. For beat making, I have a process with that makes it a lot more simplified too. So on the beat making level, if I use a drum, you know, 808, a kick, a snare, all this shit that sounds good together on a record, then I take that sound, keep those the same drums on another 10 records, just switch the melodies and the, you know, all that stuff. So it's a new beat, but it's the same sound. So if anybody comes to me and says, hey, I love that record, I have 10 of those. And it's that much easier for me to make the record because all the sounds are already set up and I know they blend together well.
Right.
So that on a beat making level is kind of like the process. But on the song, once the song comes together, the second I got like half a beat or, you know, enough for a hook, I just go lay the hook and then take it from there.
Right.
Because I can build around the vocals and take it there.
Man, that's real, man. Plugged in, we here. So what do you have like more fun doing now? Is it like really just going in, just like fucking snapping inside the booth? Or is it like the process before that? Or is it like
I enjoy actually creating the song.
Yeah.
Like getting in there in the booth. The part I like least about it is the engineering.
Yeah.
But I know that's like one of the most important parts, to make your shit sound like the industry sounds, you know? And that's a very hard thing to do. Like, you know, I hear records all the time that just don't sound good.
Yeah.
Like, I thought when I first heard that Blueface record, the first one he put out that was like Every Tatiana.
Yeah.
If you listen to that mix, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like one of the worst mixes I've ever heard that has came out and been like a huge top level success. And like, so usually that's not the case. Usually when a record is not mixed well, that shit doesn't go well because you put it in a club, it sounds this way. You put it in your car, it sounds this way, and it's like it's not consistent.
Yeah.
You got to make sure it's like a consistent level. So I don't like the engineering part too much. I do it because I have to.
Right.
And then basically wrap it up.
No, I was telling them to go up in the shot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Because you were getting out the camera.
Oh, you good. Yeah.
But we were good 21 minutes of that, though.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah, I guess shit. So I don't fucking know, man. Fuck y'all niggas, man. We doing our thing, bro. This is the big interview, dog, with the big dog, man. CP Hollywood, man. Y'all gotta understand, bro. This man has had like his hands on so much shit in our Florida, like Broward history, like as far as like being pretty much like the granddaddy of like fucking juke music, right?
But
like,
what's interesting is the part that people don't know is that while I was doing music, like this is the craziest story behind it, like that people don't know, and I've succeeded with all these different things, right? So I graduated from Florida State and I was doing music there. I came down to South Florida again, started all the way back over, got hot with music. At the same time, I was teaching in middle school. I was a fucking social studies teacher, teaching middle school while I was in the hood clubs, while I was doing, this was
so
wild,
you made
bro.
Sean while you was in...
I was a teacher. These kids were walking down the hall singing it and dancing while I was a teacher.
What did you, like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, because that's the crazy, bro, because I was, like, probably one of those jits, dog. Like, real shit,
I was a teacher at New Renaissance Middle School.
That's crazy.
In Miramar.
So, like, what were they, did they know you made it, or did you, like, that was,
They
like...
did. All my kids started figuring it out afterwards.
Yeah.
But I kept the level of, like, I wasn't CP Hollywood when I was in the classroom. I was Mr. L.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't fuck around. Like, you know, my kids, because they're all grown now, they'll be like 25, and they'll be, you know, DMing me and stuff, and they post shit on Facebook. Like they'll repost. Somebody posted the other day, you remember that one teacher you always remember for putting your ass outside the classroom? Where it was like, Mr. L and tagged me. I was like, fuck. But it's funny, man, like, I was a teacher, you know, like teaching fucking kids. I was a basketball coach. I became the department head.
Yeah.
And I became the fill-in assistant principal when I went to this different middle school. So I was doing like 4 fucking jobs at the school.
Yeah.
Producing music and I was a realtor.
Yeah, damn, bro. What the fuck? That's like a lot on your plate, bro.
Dog.
Like at once.
Yeah, and children. It was
Yeah.
like, bro, like, and then I got to a point where I said, I can't balance all this shit at one time. But
Yeah.
if I took all this energy I'm doing with all this shit and I just put it into like real estate for a few years, then let me see what happens. My third month of real estate, I made $88,000. It changed my whole fucking life. And then I realized, bro, like, as long as you like stay to something and really stick to that shit, it works. Like, you just gotta think long term. And what the problem is, most people connect long term with like, that shit's too far from here.
Right.
It's never gonna happen. But the reality is, it is gonna happen. And all that time in between there, whether you're doing nothing or something, it's still gonna pass. So you might as well do something in the meantime. So it's like, I had all this to fall back on. So if music didn't work out with me, I wasn't a loser.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I still put into the community. I've like done my job. You know, I paid my dues.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? And so I feel like I understand like community better. I feel like I have a more holistic view on things. I got a master's degree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not
Bro.
the normal dude.
Yeah, imagine the dude that made Sean's like your fucking.
I got a master's degree. I
teacher.
was a fucking assistant principal for like 6 months.
Your assistant principal knows
Can you
how to get
imagine
down,
me as a
bro.
fucking assistant principal?
Yeah,
Like,
and he knows how to
it
get
was-
down, bro. You like, bro.
It's what's weird is that like I've always been a weed smoker.
Mhm.
I've always been a little bit of a wild dude. So I had to always be careful. Like when I'm going out to events, I couldn't be in fucking videos and shit.
So how did you get that like song out there, like from like?